So what does it take to become one of the most populated countries in the world? Well, in pre-industrial societies, populations would grow in relation to the resources available to them. So let's say a region has a stable climate, good soil, and plenty of water, then the population would rise quicker. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Hey YouTube, I'm Courtney McGinley, and welcome back to the most amazing top 5. Sit back, subscribe, and let me entertain you. Now before we get started on this list, I want to know, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? Let me know your answer down in the comments. Alright, let's get started on this list of the top 5 most populated countries. Coming in at number 5 spot, Brazil with 204,259,812 people. This is the 5th largest population in the world, and it covers 2.73% of the world's population. Brazil is over 4 times larger than any other nation in South America. Brazil has attracted a lot of immigrants. But back in the mid-1800s, the largest group of newcomers were African slaves. It's been said that 4 million slaves were brought to Brazil. But Brazil is able to maintain its population growth due to their agriculture. Its large landmass means that they are able to produce large varieties of crops from the tropical north and the south in large quantities. Nearly 40% of Brazilians live in the southeast region. One of the main reasons people visit Brazil today is because of the beaches. There are more than 2,000 beaches that go along Brazil's shoreline. Some of the other reasons include the cities, the people, the culture, the events, the food, and the amazing weather. In our number 4 spot, Indonesia with 255,993,674 people. This is the 4th largest population, and it covers 3.35% of the world's population total. The amount of rice you can grow is important when it comes to sustaining large populations. This really rang true in Java, where over half of Indonesia's population lives. Java has been a great place for rice export since ancient times, and rice agriculture contributed to the population growth on the island. Bananas are also extremely popular here, and they happen to be one of the top 6 producers of bananas in the world. There are many reasons people still visit Indonesia to this day, and some of those are to scuba dive, to see the Komodo dragons, to sample food and coffee, and to check out the volcanoes and the beaches. In at number 3 is the United States with 321,368,843 people. Now, this may be the 3rd largest population in the world, but it comes far behind the 1st and 2nd spot. The United States covers 4.45% of the total population on the planet, and it's the 4th largest in the world by area. One of the reasons the US is so populated is because during the 19th century and throughout the 20th century, people would come to the US to work, and soon they would settle down and develop roots in the country and start families. Also, the US has a lot of access to natural resources, which is always a good thing. And we cannot forget the US Transcontinental Railroad, which is the first of its kind in the world, and it helped to start new developments and expansions. It allowed people to travel through many parts of the North American continents, and made it easy to access natural resources. To this day, many people enjoy traveling to the United States for the history, the food, and the people. In our number 2 spot, we have India with 1,251,695,584 people. India is the 2nd largest population, and it covers 17.3% of the entire world population. Most of the ancient civilizations were found living by the banks of the longest rivers, and the Indus Valley was one of them. To cultivate this huge area, the people needed their families to be joint and large in size. They would make it a priority to have many children so they could always maintain their family's inherited fields. India has some of the most amazing culture you will ever find. It's known all over the world that India has some of the kindest and most hospitable people you will ever meet. Aside from the people, there are many reasons travelers like to go to India, such as seeing the Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal is one of the 7 wonders of the world, and it's an iconic symbol of India. People also travel to India for the food, the beaches, the spirituality, and to visit the holiest river in the world, the Ganges River, which runs 2,525 kilometers, and it provides the country with sustenance in the form of fishing, industry, and agriculture. And in our number 1 spot is China, with 1,367,485,388 people. Oh my god, that's a lot. China's population alone is 19.1% of the entire population on Earth. That is just crazy. China is also the 3rd largest in the world by size after Russia and Canada. China was one of the first places to develop agriculture. Because of this, China grew rapidly and displaced other populations. This allowed Chinese emperors to raise massive armies. Currently, Chinese cities are among the fastest growing cities in the world. Millions of young people will travel to the cities in search of better living conditions and higher paying jobs. However, China's most populous populated city is by far Shanghai, which is located on the eastern coast of the country. Fun fact, up until World War II, Shanghai contained areas of British, French, and American settlement. China is also a destination spot. Some of the reasons visiting China has become so popular is due to the rich history. They have over 4,000 years of history and culture. People also go for the food, the festivals, and the opera, to name a few. I looked up Canada out of curiosity, and we are all the way down at number 38, and we have 35,099,836 people. But with all of the people who are supposedly moving here since Trump became president, perhaps our number may increase. Who knows? Well, there you guys have it. That is the list of the top 5 most populated countries. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.